Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Students, see if some teacher greet you good morning, na you should reply. That's that is basic manner, okay? So why only 25 participants? CR, are you present? Nawaz, Bornali, are you present in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell every student to join. Only 25 students. Why? Don't you know the importance of attendance? Ask everyone to join. This is not done. For last 2 weeks, only 30% students are present in the class. If you are not able to give your exams be due to your low attendance, then don't ask us questions. Okay, so the next chapter we are going to start is heat. This chapter contains introduction to heat, introduction to temperature, difference between heat and temperature, and different temperature scales and their interrelations. So heat is basically a energy. Okay, heat can be transferred from one body to another. It is the total energy, total internal energy of a body. The body can be a human body or anything. The total internal energy of a body is called the heat energy, and heat can be transformed from one body to another. So the since heat is an energy, therefore its SI unit is joule. The SI unit of joule is heat. So the introduction to heat is basically a energy. It is the total internal energy of a body. Internal energy means kinetic energy plus potential energy, the total energy, kinetic energy plus potential energy of the body is called heat energy. And heat can be transferred from one body to another, and the SI unit of heat is joule. That is the introduction of heat. Next is temperature. See, heat is the energy, and energy or cause due to heat a effect shows. That effect is called temperature. Temperature is the effect of heat. Heat is the main energy, and due to heat the effect shows. That effect is called temperature. It is the thermal condition. Thermal means heat. Thermal word is related to heat. Since due to heat temperature occurs or temperature happens, therefore temperature is the thermal condition of the body. Temperature is a measure of average kinetic energy of the particles in a system. See, heat is the total energy of a body which contains the kinetic energy plus the potential energy, but temperature is only the kinetic energy of the particle. Temperature is the kinetic energy of the particles. So, it is a quantity that indicates whether or not and in which direction heat will flow. See, heat is the main cause, and due to temperature is the effect of heat. So temperature is the quantity which measure heat will transfer or not. If the heat is transferring, then in which direction heat will transfer, that will be measured by temperature. See, if heat is transferring from A body to B body, then by measuring, if the heat is transferring from A body to B body, then by measuring the temperature, we will get to know that in which direction the heat is transferring, and we will get to know whether the heat is transferring or not. So, temperature is the measurement of heat, in which direction heat is transferring. So the introduction to temperature is the effect of heat. It is the thermal condition of the body. Temperature is the measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles, and it temperature measures in which direction heat will flow and whether the heat will flow or not. That will be measured by temperature. So the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Okay, so the next topic is the most important topic of this chapter. Most of the questions will come on this topic, which is difference between heat and temperature. You have to remember all the 6 differences between heat and temperature, and most of the questions will come from this topic. Okay, so the first difference is heat is the form of energy and temperature is the thermal condition of the body. Heat is the energy, temperature is the thermal condition of body. Next difference, heat can be flow from one body to another, and temperature is the quantity which indicate whether or not and if it is whether or not heat will flow, and if it is flowing then in which direction heat will flow, that will be measured by temperature. Third difference is it is the total energy of the body, kinetic energy plus potential energy. For temperature, it is proportional to average kinetic energy of the molecules of the body. So heat is the total energy and kinetic energy is only related, so and temperature is only related to kinetic energy. Heat is the total energy, temperature is related to kinetic energy. Fourth difference is in the transmission of heat, total amount of heat remain unchanged. So in the transmission of heat, total amount remain unchanged means heat is the sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy, right? If the kinetic energy is decreasing, then the potential energy will increase. If the potential energy is decreasing, then the kinetic energy will decrease. Ultimately, the total energy will remain unchanged. If one energy is increasing, then the other will decrease, and if the other is decreasing, then the former one will increase. That means the total amount will always be constant. So total and heat energy of a body will always remain constant. For temperature, in the transmission of heat, temperature does not remain same. See, if temperatures measure the heat transfer, right? Temperature measure the transmission of heat. So, if heat is transferring from A body to B body, then the temperature of the A body will decrease and the temperature of the B body will increase. That means temperature does not remain same. If the heat is flowing from A body to B body, the temperature of the first body will decrease and the temperature of the second body will increase. We can easily see the difference. So temperature does not remain same. Again, the fifth difference is heat is a cause, temperature is an effect of heat. Last, SI unit of heat is joule. Since it is an energy, temperature, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. So any questions up to this? Any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next topic is unit of heat and temperature. See, we already get to know that SI unit of temperature is Kelvin and SI unit of heat is Joule. But for everyday we use different scales for measuring temperature and heat. There are some different units also which we use to measure temperature and heat. They are for see, the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. It has the symbol K. So, temperature is determined by the symbol capital K. But for everyday application, we use Celsius scale. So, the another unit of temperature is Celsius or degree Celsius. So, 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing point of water and 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water, which is equal to 0 degrees Celsius is equal to to 73 Kelvin. That means when we measure the freezing point of water in Celsius scale, it is 0 degree Celsius, and when we measure the freezing point in Kelvin scale, it is 273 Kelvin. Again, 100 degrees Celsius is equal to 373 Kelvin. That means when we measure the boiling point of water in Celsius scale, it is 100 degrees Celsius, and when we measure in Kelvin scale, it is 373 Kelvin. So that is the relation between Celsius scale and Kelvin scale. Again, for heat, for heat, SI unit is joule, right? For heat, SI unit is joule. But calorie is also another unit to measure heat energy. However, we often use calorie as a unit of heat energy. So, one SI unit is joule and another unit is calorie. And to measure the rate of heat transfer, we use the unit watt. Watt is not the unit of heat energy, it is the unit of rate of heat transfer. What is the unit for rate of heat transfer? It is watt. It is defined as joule per second. So basically from this topic we'll know that the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin and SI unit of heat is Joule, but there are some other units also which we use, such as for temperature Celsius or Fahrenheit, and for uh, heat it is Kelvin. So there are some other units also. Okay. So different temperature scales and their interrelations. So basically there are three types of temperature scale: Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin, right? They have some interrelationship between them. Fahrenheit is the temperature scale is based on 32 for it's not frequency point, it is freezing point of water, and 212 Fahrenheit is the boiling point of water. In Fahrenheit scale, 32 is the freezing point of water and 212 is the 212 Fahrenheit is the boiling point of water. In Celsius scale, 0 degree Celsius is the freezing point of water and 100 degree Celsius is the boiling point water. Again in Kelvin scale, which is the SI unit, 273 is the freezing point of water and 373 is the boiling point water. So see, when we measure the freezing point of water in Fahrenheit scale, it is 32 Fahrenheit. In Celsius scale, it is 0 degree Celsius, and in Kelvin scale, it is 273 Kelvin, right? So we can see that 32 Fahrenheit, 0 degree Celsius and 273 Kelvin are the basically same temperature. They are the same amount of temperature. So 32 Fahrenheit, 0 degree Celsius and 273 Kelvin is same. Same goes for boiling point of water. When we measure the boiling point of water in Fahrenheit scale, it is 212 Fahrenheit. For Celsius, it is 100 degrees Celsius, and for Kelvin, it is 373 Kelvin. So, 212 Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius, and 373 Kelvin are the same thing. Okay, so this is the interrelationship between different temperature scales. Okay, students, any questions up to this part?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you don't have any doubt, write down a question. All of you write down a question. Convert 25 degrees Celsius into Kelvin scale. Convert 25 degrees Celsius into Kelvin scale. First question. Convert 25 degrees Celsius to Kelvin scale. Second question. Convert 283 Kelvin into Celsius scale. Convert 283 Kelvin into Celsius scale. Calculate this and send your answers in the chat box.
मैम किमान केल्विन बोली কৈছিলে
283 Kelvin to Celsius scale. 283. Calculate and give your answers in the chat box.
Ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am.
গৈছো ক্লাছ কৰি আছো
Okay, Kushal Bora, your answers are correct. And what about the others? Ma'am, please repeat the question. Convert 25 degrees Celsius to Kelvin scale. Number one. Number two. Convert 283 Kelvin to Celsius scale. Why only one student is answering? What about the others? The answer is correct or wrong, it doesn't matter. You should try at least. I'm waiting for other students to answer. Give your answers in the chat box. পৰাগ জ্যোতি ৰকা কেনেকে পালা 292 কেলভিন? This is wrong. Yes, the answer of the first question is 298 no, the first question was convert 25 degrees Celsius to Kelvin scale, right? Yes, 298 Kelvin. That is correct. And the second answer is 10 degrees Celsius, not 10 Kelvin. 10 degrees Celsius. Only one student has answered correctly the second. It will be 10 degrees Celsius, not Kelvin. See, the simple trick is if we are converting Celsius to Kelvin, then just add the value with 273. 200, see, for the first question, 273 plus 25 equal to 298. And if you are converting from Kelvin to Celsius, you have to, from the value, you have to minus 273. See, 283 minus 273 equal to 10 degrees Celsius. This is the simple trick. Okay, you can give your answers in the chat box now. No, sorry, your attendance. You can give your attendance in the chat box now.
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes, I'm listening.
ma'am, আমাৰ ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি অপেনৰ কিবা নটিফিকেশ্যন আহিছে নে মেম?
তোমালোকৰ কাৰণে একো অহা নাই, কিন্তু আমাৰ ৰেগুলাৰ হ'ব 2 তাৰিখৰ পৰা। स्टूडेंटों को कुआ नहीं।
मैम 2 तारीख क्या ओपन हो जाएगा क्या यूनिवर्सिटी?
नहीं होगा, तुम लोगों के लिए नहीं होगा, सिर्फ टीचर्स को बुलाया है रेगुलरली 2 तारीख से।
अच्छा, तो हम लोग के कब, हम लोग के लिए कब ओपन होगा?
मतलब तुम लोगों को जो वो था ना सीनियर्स जो था उन लोग